The first step is that you need to expand the RAM. You can either add RAM or take RAM out. But the first step is that you need to put more memory in the computer. I find that adding RAM usually helps. I'm sorry, usually works better than taking memory out. So what I'll do is I'll power off. This happens to be an iBook G4, could be an iBook G3, could be a white MacBook. So I'll put the RAM in the machine. And very important, you don't want to power on yet. The second step of the process is to reset the PRAM 3 times. The PRAM is reset by holding down Option, Apple, P, and R as you power on. And when you power on, the machine will chime, and it'll pause for about 10 seconds with a black screen, and then it'll chime again. That second chime is the indication that you've reset the PRAM. There are 2 levels of PRAM reset. I call them the soft PRAM reset and the hard PRAM reset. I don't know what they're called in the real world, but that's what I call them. The soft PRAM reset is just one reset. You don't need to change RAM to do that. However, this machine has the PRAM password, so it will not let you do a single PRAM reset. Anyway, the soft PRAM reset does a lot of things. It resets the default volume level of the computer. It resets the default screen brightness level of the computer. It resets the default boot device of the computer. So if you power on your computer and it blinks the question mark once and then it goes to the Apple, it's probably looking on a different boot device than your actual hard drive. So resetting the PRAM with the soft reset will resolve that. Some computers come with the screen brightness all the way down. Some computers come with the sound turned all the way off so they don't chime when you power them on. Resetting the PRAM with a soft reset will resolve all those issues. Anyway, we're not talking about that stuff. We're talking about getting rid of the PRAM password. And that involves the hard PRAM reset. The hard PRAM reset, like I said, involves 2 steps. You change the RAM, and then what you do is you reset the PRAM 3 times. So to do that, you hold down the 4 keys, you hear the initial chime, and then you want to hear 3 more chimes, indicating that you've reset it 3 times beyond the initial power on chime sound. It is 100% critical that you do this immediately after changing the RAM. If you power on the computer after you change the RAM and you don't reset the PRAM 3 times right then, it registers the new amount of memory in the computer, and then it invalidates the RAM for use with that reset. So basically you would have to take the RAM out and then power it on and then try again. So change the RAM, immediately upon powering on, reset the PRAM 3 times. So you're listening for 4 chime sounds, the initial one, and then 3 more. So I will do this with one hand and hopefully it will work. Power on, hold down the 4 keys. So there's the initial chime. That does not indicate a reset, that indicates the computer's powering on. If your machine is not chiming correctly, you can tell that a cycle has been, there's one, has been completed by the sound of the optical drive resetting itself. So on a machine that for whatever reason is not chiming, you can tell that it's gone through one reset by the sound of the optical drive. So that was number 2. And here we have number 3. I'll let it do one more, just, I don't know, call it OCD. I let it usually do 4. Technically you only need 3. So here's number 4. And hold down the Option key, and I'll show you that hopefully we have gotten rid of that password. There you go. There is option mode. It's now saying, hey, we can boot from this hard drive. If there was another hard drive plugged in, or if there was a Tiger DVD in the optical drive, it would show that, and then you could boot up from the Tiger DVD and wipe the hard drive or the Leopard DVD.